In this video, we're making kind of a snack recipe from the Disney Princess Cookbook that is Ariel inspired, and it's called Starfish Dip. And I will show you the picture right here of this. So basically what we're doing is making this dip. And this dip basically consists of like mayonnaise, sour cream, spinach, and that onion soup mix stuff. So you kind of mix it together and then you put it on top of a cucumber with some peppers that you cut to kind of get that starfish shape there. See how you have this cucumber. So I'm gonna show some clips of me putting it together and taste testing it, and then I'll be back with the review. So the first step that I'm doing here is I have a package of frozen spinach that I bought. So first I let that thaw, and what I'm doing here is I'm going through and I'm squeezing out as much of the liquid as I can from the frozen spinach, and then I will put it into the bowl to go towards the dip. Now that the spinach is ready to go, it's time to add the other ingredients. Right now, I'm adding in the mayonnaise. Now I'm getting ready to add in the sour cream as well. The last ingredient I'm putting in is a packet of that onion soup mix into the dish. Finally here, I'm mixing it together and it kind of gives you an idea of what it's going to look like. And I want to note one thing. The recipe doesn't mention that you need to refrigerate this. In my experience, when you make dips that use mayonnaise and sour cream, which I've made a lot, you mix everything together and you let it sit in the fridge for at least a couple hours. So that's what I'm going to do. Once this is all well mixed, I'm going to put it in my fridge and let it sit for a few hours before I taste test it. So it's about time to try the dip, and while it's still in the fridge, I'm getting the vegetable part ready. And first I take a cucumber and slice those into rounds. Here I have my pepper that I first slice into like strips, like I would like if I'm snacking on them. Now I'm kind of angling them and cutting them, trying to make them more triangle / diamond-like that I can use them to shape my starfish. Now it's time to do the presentation part of the starfish. So I have my dip and I'm going ahead and I'm putting some on one of the cucumber rounds and then kind of using my fork and my clean fingers to spread it around evenly. Now I'm taking the peppers and I'm going to kind of take, I think it's 5 of them, and kind of give this shape of a starfish with the peppers. It's taste test time, and don't mind my disheveled appearance. And overall, I didn't think it was bad. I usually eat my dips with crackers, and I did appreciate how the cucumber and pepper worked very well with this dip. It was solid, but it didn't super impress me. So review time on the starfish dip. So it wasn't bad. Me and my husband like dips. Like, we'd like to make dips every so often, kind of have them to pick at for a few days. They're just a really good snack to have, like especially like maybe after work or after dinner. If we have an early dinner and we just need something kind of light to tie us over until the next morning, we do like dips, but this probably wasn't our favorite dip. There are other better spinach dips that I've had and made myself out there. So that being said, let's get into the rankings. The first I'm ranking are the ingredients, and I'm giving them a 1. That means that all of these ingredients are relatively cheap, inexpensive, and easy to find. Excuse me. Next, let's get into ranking the difficulty on a scale of 1 to 5, and I'm gonna give this a 1.5, which is easy. 1 is easy, 5 is hard. I think that the dip itself, easy. That's definitely 1. I only give it that 0.5 because if you want to do the starfish shape, I mean, it's not really hard to cut the peppers into little triangles and the cucumbers and stuff like that, but you know, if you're really particular, it adds a little layer of complexity to it, but it's really not that hard at all. And then would I make this again on a scale of 1 to 5, as 1 is never and 5 is absolutely. I'm going to give it a neutral 3. Again, it's not that it was bad. I did enjoy it. I liked the decor. I think that was cute, but there's just better dips that I've made and had that I personally prefer out there, but this isn't a bad dip overall.